There was a time when they had access to you. They had your attention, your energy, and your patience, but they mishandled it. They assumed that you would always be there. They believed that chances were unlimited. But now you have changed. Your standards are higher, your boundaries are stronger, your tolerance for inconsistency is gone. What once felt flexible is now firm. You will not allow them back into your life, not out of anger, but out of clarity. You witness their mask fall, not once, but repeatedly. And once truth reveals itself, it cannot be unseen. You forgave them, truly. You released the resentment. You made peace with what happened. You stopped rehearsing the wound. But forgiveness does not require access, and healing does not demand reconnection. You chose yourself. You chose dignity. You chose alignment with the Most High rather than attachment to dysfunction. You are no longer negotiating your worth. You are no longer overextending yourself to earn appreciation. You are no longer explaining basic respect to grown adults. There was a time when you gave without measure. You supported, you showed up, you answered every call, you loved without any calculation. And yet it was never enough. Not because you lacked value, but because they lacked capacity. Now you understand the difference. You are not hardened, you are refined. You do not hate them, you simply refuse to open doors that lead to chaos. Even if apology arrives, even if emotions are displayed, even if the regret is sincere, you have already moved forward, and forward does not turn back. Since you withdrew your energy, your life has grown quieter and stronger. You think more clear, you rest better, you build faster, you look better because you are no longer drained, and you feel better because you are no longer divided. What lies ahead requires focus, not distraction. You will never again tolerate what once diminished you, not because you are proud, but because you have learned. I'd like to end this message off with a parable. There was a man who owned a vineyard surrounded by a wooden fence. For years he left the gate unlocked. Travelers wandered in freely. Some admired the vines. Some took grapes without asking. Some trampled the soil, and each time damage occurred, he repaired the vines but left the gate open. One day, after another season of loss, he rebuilt the entire fence with stronger wood, deeper posts, and a new gate. This time, he installed a lock. When former visitors returned and knocked, he greeted them kindly through the gate, but he did not hand them the key. The vineyard flourished like never before. The fruit grew larger. The soil regained strength. The harvest doubled. The gate was not closed out of hatred. It was secured out of wisdom. The lesson? Forgiveness heals the heart. Boundaries protect the future. You can release resentment without restoring access. Not everyone who once had entry deserves to return. When you guard your energy, your growth accelerates. And when you protect your peace, your purpose strengthens. A closed door is not cruelty. It is stewardship. And what you have built within yourself is too valuable to leave unguarded. And that's it for this message. I'd like to thank everyone who made it to the end of the video. I'm truly honored by your support. If this message resonated with you at all, please consider dropping a comment, giving me some feedback, hitting the like button, and subscribing. It's been ChrisAnesti, and until next time, take care and have a good one.